Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. These are the top headlines from our newsroom today. Air India cancels more flights originating from Muscat. No vaccine certificate needed for expats flying from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka to Dubai. ROP warns against electronic fraud over calls and messages. 400 study abroad scholarships given to Omani students this year. COVID-19 infection surge in US Deep South amid low vaccine uptake and wasted doses. South Korea's daily COVID-19 cases hit record high at 2,223. Cape Town International Airport wins Africa's top prize for 6th consecutive year. Oman confirms hosting Mumbai to prepare for WCL League 2 and T20 Cricket World Cup. Tokyo Paralympics, torch relay taken off public roads over COVID. These were the top headlines from our news studio today. Let's see how the weather condition looks like in the Sultanate in our weather update.
I'm Mantra Bose with your daily dose of weather, and we're reporting from the TFM studio in Alquer. This week we're talking about winds, so here's another fact. Winds can carry volcanic ash and debris for thousands of kilometers. In 2010, there was a volcanic eruption in Iceland, and wind carried volcanic ash as far west as Greenland and as far east as Great Britain. That was a fact for today. Now let's take a look at the weather update. An alert has been issued by Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authority indicating poor horizontal visibility during thunder showers. Seas are also expected to be rough along the Arabian Sea coast. Apart from that, we've got partly cloudy to cloudy skies along the Dhofar coast and adjoining mountains with the possibility of intermittent drizzle. The rest of the Sultanate will see mainly clear skies with the possibility of cloud formation, thunder showers, rain and downward draft winds over the Al-Hajar mountains during the afternoon. There is also possibility of late night to early morning low-level clouds over the Arabian Sea and Oman Sea coast. With that, let's take a look at what the weather will be like throughout the Sultanate. Muscat will be sunny with temperatures between 31 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be sunny with temperatures between 33 and 37 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batana will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 32 and 37 degrees Celsius, and South Al-Batana will also be partly cloudy with temperatures between 33 and 43 degrees Celsius. Al-Buraimi will also be partly cloudy with temperatures between 32 and 46 degrees Celsius. Al-Dahira will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 31 and 44 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhliya will be cloudy with temperatures between 29 and 42 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiya will be sunny with temperatures between 27 and 42 degrees Celsius, and South Al-Sharqiya will also be sunny with temperatures between 30 and 37 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be partly cloudy with temperatures between 28 and 43 degrees Celsius, and Dhofar we're expecting thunder showers with temperatures between 24 and 27 degrees Celsius.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now, before we get into details of the local stories for the day, let's see how the COVID-19 situation looks like in the Sultanate. The Ministry of Health has announced the registration of 20 new death cases due to coronavirus in Oman today. With this number, the total deaths now stands at 3,968. The health officials have also extended their deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 476 new coronavirus cases in Oman today. With this, the total confirmed cases now stands at 299,418, which also includes total recoveries of 286,679, as well as total deaths of 3,968. In the last 24 hours, the health officials have also registered 1,015 recoveries. The Ministry of Health has urged all the citizens and residents in the Sultanate to follow the precautionary measures issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. And now from a local desk. Passengers traveling on Air India from Muscat to India might need to change their travel timing after the airline cancelled on a number of flights. The Air India 985 flight from Muscat to Mumbai and the Air India 1976 flight from Muscat that first lands in Ahmedabad and then Mumbai on Friday, August 13th has been cancelled. The same flights will also no longer run on Saturdays at least until 31st August. There is also a change in the flight pattern for planes operating the Muscat-Ahmedabad-Mumbai route. On Fridays and Sundays, while the original route for Air India 1975 was Mumbai-Ahmedabad-Muscat, it will now operate as Air India 1976, which will take off in Muscat, stop over in Ahmedabad, and ends its routes in Mumbai. On the other hand, Air India 986, which flies from Muscat to Mumbai on these days, will be renamed as Air India 985 and fly from Mumbai to Muscat. Similarly, until the end of this month, the Air India 973 and Air India 974 flights that operate to and from Muscat and New Delhi will no longer operate on Fridays and Sundays. Flights from Hyderabad and Vijayawada to Muscat and from Muscat to Hyderabad will also no longer operate on Tuesdays until the end of August. India's national airline has also said that the Muscat to Chennai route will deploy neo ISO aircraft until August 31st. Changes in flight plans had to be made due to operational reasons, explained the airline. Now, people traveling to Dubai from Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Uganda, and Nigeria do not need to produce a COVID-19 vaccination certificate on arrival, but need to register for pre-entry approval before arrival. Emirates Airline has announced that entry to foreign nationals is only limited to valid UAE visa holders who must have a COVID-19 certificate issued at least 48 hours prior to their departing flight. Only COVID-19 PCR test reports from certified labs that issue a QR code linked to the original report will be accepted, added the airline. It also continued saying that passengers must complete a COVID-19 PCR rapid test 4 hours before the departure of their flight. Rapid antigen test reports will not be accepted. Another PCT test must be taken on arrival in Dubai. Lastly, UAE Emirates guidelines say that UAE nationals are exempted from the above requirements but subject to COVID-19 PCR test on arrival in Dubai. All other passengers who have been in India, Nepal, Nigeria, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Uganda in the past 14 days will not be permitted to enter Dubai. The Royal Oman Police in the Sultanate has urged people to ignore calls or messages claiming that they have won prizes in cash or the like to avoid falling into the trap of electronic fraud. Ignore all coming social media calls and messages claiming to be a communication company, a bank, or a famous person requesting your personal data, PIN number, and claiming that you have won a prize in cash, in kind, or offering financial help, ROP said in a statement. ROP added that to report frauds, please call the hotline for Directorate General of Inquiries and Criminal Investigations on 800-77-444. 400 Omani students were provided scholarships in 2021 to pursue their higher education overseas, down from 750 last year and 1,500 in 2019. This is because efforts were made to improve the quality of education in Oman that is provided to students. This reduction was not down to material challenges, but because arrangements were made for more students to take up internal scholarship, said Hamad bin Khalfan Al-Harthi, who's the Assistant Director General of Scholarships at the Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. These were issued as part of our efforts to improve the quality of local higher education institutions, he added while speaking to Al-Shabiba, the Arabic publication of the Times of Oman. He continued speaking to them and said, "We have also expanded the number of programs for which internal scholarships are available from 3 to 5. On the other hand, the cost of a foreign scholarship varies between students on the basis of their specialization, university, and country of choice." About 805 partially and fully funded scholarships have been provided by the private sector to students pursuing bachelor's degrees. Students who wish to apply for scholarships from the ministry must secure at least 90% marks in their exams, alongside other conditions listed by the government. While there is no change in the criteria for medical specializations, Australia and New Zealand are no longer considered viable destinations in this category. Among other academic courses, there is no change to a recognition of countries that offer them, such as the US, UK, Malaysia, and Australia, he said. This was all from our local desk for today. It's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates coming your way from International Desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from International Desk. In US Deep South states, COVID-19 hospitalizations continued to surge as residents refused to get vaccinated and many doses were wasted due to expiry, The Guardian has reported. In the states of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, only about 1/3 of residents have been fully vaccinated. While Georgia has a slightly higher vaccination rate of 41%, the report said, noting that thousands of people that are currently hospitalized and unvaccinated people accounted for 90% of hospitalizations in Louisiana. In Alabama, more than 65,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been wasted due to expiry, as the vaccination rate in the state plateaued throughout the summer, the report said. 65,000 doses have been wasted. That's extremely unfortunate when we have such a low vaccination rate, and of course when there are so many people in the world that still don't have access to vaccine, Alabama State Health Officer Scott Harris was quoted as saying. Now, South Korea's daily COVID-19 rate cases hit a record high due to the continued virus spread in the Seoul's metropolitan area, the health authority said this morning. The country reported 2,223 more cases of the COVID-19 for the past 24 hours, raising the total number of infections to 216,206. The daily caseload topped 2,000 for the first time since the country's first case was found in January last year. It was sharply up from 1,537 in the prior day, hovering above 1,000 for 36 straight days. The daily average tally for the past week was 1,755. The recent resurgence was attributed to cluster infections in the Greater Seoul region. Of the new cases, 650 were Seoul residents. The virus spread also raged in the non-metropolitan area. The number of newly infected people in the non-capital region was 740, or say 34.5% of the total local transmission. 78 cases were imported from overseas, lifting the combined figure to 12,552. One more death was confirmed, leaving the death toll to 2,135. The total fatality rate stood at 0.99%. A total of 1,983 more patients were discharged from quarantine after making full recovery, pulling up the combined number to 189,506. The total recovery rate was 87.65%. Since the mass vaccination was launched on February 26, the country has administered COVID-19 vaccines to a total of 21,635,106 people, with 8,062,980 fully vaccinated. Now, Cape Town International Airport has won the 2021 Best Airport in Africa award for the 6th consecutive year at the annual Skytrax World Airport Awards, the airport said lately. As the gateway to South Africa's legislative capital and a popular tourist attraction, the airport has also won the Best Airport Staff in Africa and the Cleanest Airport in Africa. Award-winning airports are chosen by customers according to Skytrax's official website. Western Cape Province, home to the airport, said later in a statement that winning the Best Airport Award is even more significant considering the challenging year that the travel industry has experienced. The province will be ready to welcome visitors to Cape Town and the Western Cape when the tourism and travel industry recovers, which is critical to the province's strategy to save jobs and rebuild the economy, the statement said. Cape Town International Airport is Africa's third largest airport and processes over 10 million passengers annually, according to its operator, Airports Company South Africa. Once again, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV, you're watching Midday Update. And now from a sports desk. One of India's strongest cricket teams, Mumbai, will be touring Oman later this month for a number of T20 and 50-over games against the country's national cricket team. The record 41-time Ranji Trophy winner Mumbai will arrive on August 20th to play 3 T20 and a similar number of one-day matches against Dulip Mendes coached Oman as part of the country's preparations for the Seven-Nation World Cup League 2 tournament that Oman currently leads with 16 points from 10 games, as well as for the ICC T20 World Cup that Oman is going to host along with UAE in October. The Mumbai's tour of Oman is confirmed, and I'm sure they will be bringing the best available squad. These matches will be an ideal preparation for the WCL League 2 Tri-Series in September and the T20 World Cup in October. Mumbai has a strong side and we will get proper match practice, said Mendes, who is also Oman's Chief Development Officer. Oman is going to host 2 triangular series as part of the WCL League 2 tournament, first against Nepal and USA from September 13th to 20th, followed by Tri-Series against Scotland and PNG from September 25th to October 2nd. The torch relay for the Tokyo Paralympics will not take place on public roads for August 20th to 24 legs in Tokyo due to the COVID-19 situation, the metropolitan government said recently. In the run-up to the opening ceremony, the Paralympic Games decided to host a series of flame festivals for the Paralympic torch relay. Spanning across all of Japan's 43 prefectures, as well as in Scotlandville in the United Kingdom, the birthplace of the Paralympic movement, the flame will be brought together to create a single flame at a flame gathering event in Tokyo on August 20th. The relay for the Paralympics in the Japanese capital planned to have 700 runners tour a course of around 35 kilometers. The flame gathering events at the Metropolitan Government's building, which put together flames collected in 62 municipalities in the capital, will be held without spectators. With this news, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be coming back tomorrow with more updates and latest news your way. Keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.